All right, hey guys, this is Steve again with LRM Leasing. Today I want to talk about a little bit of maintenance, right? So this is going to be on your after treatment system. It's about pulling your depth dozer off when you have crystallization building up around the valve. And this will help with a little spray issue or sometimes depth quality because it's not spraying properly inside your one box. So this is stuff that you guys can do at your house and save a little bit of time and money, and then also just keep a regular maintenance. So my rule of thumb would be is there's not really much an interval, but what you can do is visually look at it. I'm going to show you where, and if you see any buildup, all you're going to need is a few tools and a hot cup of water. So what we're going to start out with is I got a 3/8 ratchet with a T40 torque bit, and then I got a 1/4 inch ratchet with a E8, which is an inverted torque for the tools. And then of course you need a cup of hot water, which I forgot to bring with me. Be patient guys, I'm a little pain today because of the back, but what I want to do right now on this Freightliner Cascadia, this one here is a 2019, and what we're going to do is dive right into this. You're not going to actually see me take anything apart just because I'm in a little bit of pain, but I'm going to try to talk through this the best I can for you. So the first part you're going to need is your 3/8 ratchet and your T40, and what you're going to need to do is, as you can see, one of my technicians already took this off for me, is that there's going to be 4 bolts, usually on top, on the first set, as well as on the second set. Once you remove that, right, and then you're going to move the fender out of the way, and that's going to expose the one box, right? So, guys, you can do this at home, nothing special. Just a basic ratchet and a T40. And once you remove it, the box is going to be exposed. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition so you guys can see what I'm looking at over here, which is our depth dozer. And then now the next part we're going to do is I'm going to show you what to look for and the next tool you're going to need to remove it. So let's hop right into that. All right, guys, so now we're here at the one box, and then on the one side you're going to see this dozer, right? This is your depth dozer. This is where it gets sprayed into the one box. Now on this one, which is a good one for me to show you, you can see where the white crystallization is building up, and that's your depth fluid. And what you want when you see that, this is a good time to take it off and do some little maintenance. Will help this go a long way and cause less breakdowns. So the tool that you're going to need for this is going to be an E8, which is an inverted torque bit, as you can see right here. And I'm going to use a 1/4 inch ratchet. And I forgot to tell you, but you might want to get an extension too, because sometimes you got to reach past the valve to get it loose. Don't put an impact gun on it, because I've seen them where it breaks, or sometimes just light pressure with a ratchet will do. Shouldn't be that hard. And then, of course, which I went back and got, some hot water. So what we're going to do is on this valve, you can see the crystallization building up right around it. And that's a good indication that I'm going to pull this off and clean it. Now, the other thing is you also want to get a little gasket. It's round and it's metal. What I can do is right at the end of this video, I'll grab one so you know what it looks like. So once you're done cleaning, you want to put that seal back in there. You can keep it in the truck. It's literally the size of a nickel. You want to disconnect the wire, to unplug it. All right, usually it's a little yellow clip you pull out and it just slides right out. Then you don't have to disconnect anything else. And there's only 3 bolts on it. You'll remove it. And then with your extension, there's going to be a hole. You can knock out, push down, and then pour a little hot water in the hole. And then you want to pour a little hot water on the end of the tip of the dozer, and then wipe it down with a clean cloth, dry, and then you put everything back on. You're going to put the gasket on the dozer, bolt it back up, and then plug it back in. And that's it. That's simple. The only part that's going to be really tough is probably removing the steps is the most amount of work, but once you get here, super easy. I'm not going to pull the valve off just because my guys are in the middle of doing something with this truck, but I'm going to show you by me pouring some hot water. You're going to see how fast that white crystallization will dissolve with hot or warm water, but I like the hot water. Right there, crystallization, that's your depth fluid. Hope you guys can see it. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some hot water from an angle to see if it goes away. See how it's dissolving? Now look at it. The crystallization is completely gone. And this is also where you're going to put that new gasket. It's metal that goes in between the dozer and the one box. Once it's all back together, you plug it back in and then you're all done. And then you just mount your sets back up. All right, guys, so this was just a very easy maintenance thing that you guys can do at home. So it'll save you money and some breakdown time, all right? All right, guys, so just the recap, we're gonna remove the sets, right? You already know you need a T40, remove them. Just make sure you put them out of the way. The biggest thing is try not to kick your bolts or else you'll lose them. Then the next thing is your depth dozer, right? 3 bolts that held on there, you remove it, especially if you see some crystallization build up. You're gonna pull it out, pour some warm or hot water on it, you'll see it dissipate. And then pour some warm or hot water in the hole, clean it out with the extension of your ratchet. So, and then the last thing is when you put it all back together, you're gonna install the gasket. If you guys saw what you liked today, don't forget to pound that like button. If you have any questions or concern of what you saw, don't forget to leave me a comment at the bottom. And guys, more content, save money, more information. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys around in the next video.